Instinctive play, I guess. I knew we were going to be able to break it out of the zone, and anytime you can beat their forecheckers back up the ice, it creates an automatic rush for your team. So that's all I was trying to do, and I'm glad Lucic was able to capitalize it. Glad Spoons could see me.
You weren't really able to get to the speed game. What were you guys doing to limit that?
I thought we played with the puck. We did a good job of holding on to it. Could have been better at times for sure, but they weren't able to get their speed going because we held onto the puck in the offensive zone, and even in the neutral zone, we were able to turn those pucks over and get them going back the other way fast, and that helps.
Tuukka leaves the game 10 seconds into the second period, but you guys picked up right where you left off, I thought, and Sveti did a pretty good job for you guys.
Yeah, Sveti made a couple key saves for us that kept the momentum in our favor, I think. If they score a goal there right when we switch goalies, I think it's a different type of game. So, we're lucky to have him tonight. But it speaks to the way the team plays. It doesn't matter what guys are playing, and if we play the same way, then we're going to get results.
In a season where you guys had a lot of breaks against you, that first goal could have gone either way. Nice to get that break out of the way and build on that.
Yeah, it definitely was. Sitting on the bench thinking, maybe it's time that we get one to go the other way, and I think that was a momentum boost for our team. Mentally, I think it's a good thing to get those to go your way. So, you get that one to go in, and then we just start rolling from there, and it was nice.
This is one of the more cohesive games for the team as a whole. Everybody seemed to know what everybody was and just to be playing together. Is that something you talked about, or is it just something you guys inherently know because where you are?
I think if we play the right way, then that's what you see, and our system is a positive thing for this team, and when we're playing it right way, there's layers and guys are where they're supposed to be, and everybody knows where everyone is. So, we're forced to play good hockey right now, and it's nice to get a result for sure, and then we got to bottle this up and use it tomorrow.
You had the assist because you had a few other plays where you jumped in, you were involved in Riley's goals. Just there a little bit more than usual tonight, opportunities to join the rush, create offense.
Yeah, I mean, against certain teams, I think the opportunities are there more, but I think this time it was just a matter of capitalizing it. Sometimes those things don't get noticed when the puck's not going in the back of the net. So, it's nice for sure this time that they're ended up a positive way for our team. But like you said, certain matchups, the opportunities are there more, and they're a fast team, and they like to move in transition. And when you match it the other way, I think create opportunities to jump in the rush.
Just the desperation of the situation that's brought this out in the last couple of games. The up and down the lineup, the commitment, just everybody it seems like is going now when they weren't just a few games ago.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about. I think when we looked at it, there was 9 games left, and it was a segment of games that we had to step up, and it was necessary. And the things that we looked for was the commitment and that desperation. And it's not just 15, 16, 17 guys; it's all 23, and that's important for our team. And we've had that the last 2 games, but we got to make sure that it doesn't stop. So, like I said before, we're going to bottle it up and move forward.
What would you say the identity of the team has been through 75 games?
That's a good question. I think we want to be a team a checking team that can score goals, and you see glimpses of it here and there, and the last 2 games were indicative of that, and that's where we want to be. So I think throughout the 75 games so far, it was hit or miss, and but it doesn't matter now. We can't look at the past, and moving forward, we got to make sure that we continue to be that team, because if we are, then we're going to win hockey games and we can get on a little roll.
I mean, if you're a fan, you guys have had 3 really serious good stretches, and you've had 3 really poor stretches this season. So what would you tell people that say this is going to be a good stretch going forward, not just for the rest of March, but April as well, and perhaps May?
Well, I think it's a combination of a few things. I think sometimes there's natural ups and downs of a season, and things aren't always going to go your way. And for whatever reason, it seems like more times than not, it didn't go our way. But that's for someone who's making excuses. This group in here isn't going to sit around and sulk at what's happened so far through 75 games. We're going to go out here and finish the right way. So I think we have 7 or 8 games left, and we're going to do it the right way. So it's just about making sure we take care of our game moving forward.
At any point today before Tuukka left, did you have any idea that it might work out that way, that he wasn't feeling well or anything, or was that just a complete what the hell moment?
I have no idea. But I think what was important for our team is that we continue to play the same way that we did. You don't know what's going to happen throughout the course of a game. Guys go down with injuries, and I didn't even know what the case was with him. And it just shows that if we play the right way, then our team has a chance at winning games. And Sveti was huge for us today. I think he was a big part of that win.
Reassuring too to see goalie Bob at the end of the bench at the end of the game.
It always is. You always know goalie Bob has your back, so it's nice for him to put the pads on.
It was good to see us step up and play the way that we can play, and right now it's just continuing to recapture what we had here tonight. So 7 games left, and it's important for us to take it one game at a time and bring this type of emotion into every game from start to finish. So obviously it helps when you get out to a 3-0 lead in the first period, and every start from here on in is going to be important.
So what was your perspective of when Sveti went in?
Yeah, obviously didn't know what happened, or still don't know really what happened, and when Sveti went in, all we talked about on the bench was continuing to play the same way, and being stingy in the defensive zone and then playing that checking game, and good thing we were able to continue doing that. So he came in and made some good saves for us, and as a goalie, I'm sure it's tough to come in when you get caught off guard like that. So he did a good job for us tonight.
Lucic, it looks like there's some real resolve for you to sustain effort in the attacking zone when things aren't bouncing your way, whereas the frustration phase would come up more earlier in the season. Now it looks to me like you just stay on the mission and really focused on the job, and regardless of how it's going.
Yeah, we talked about that. I think that was one of the things that that we wanted to improve if we were gonna get ourselves in the position that we wanted to be in, was taking that frustration out of our game and kind of just staying the course for 60 minutes and playing the right way, and eventually things were gonna start going your way. So we want to do everything we can to continue eliminating all the frustration out of our game, and moving forward, we can't get frustrated. We just got to stay the course, no matter what the score is or anything like that. Whether we're up, whether we're down, we got to play the same way all the time. So that's going to be one of the important things that we're going to have to carry over into tomorrow's game.
You guys are kind of doing things a little faster offensively. Like I thought Krug's yesterday was great. The way just first touch, just moved it right over to you. Maybe like those kind of first touch passes and quick shots were not always part of the plan this year. Part of the plan, but not part of the execution.
I think so. I think just making those quick, confident plays and coming up the ice together. That's how you're able to make those plays. A great play on his part to find me there on that second goal, and I think our D did a good job for most of the night. Making good breakout passes and first passes that we were able to get on the attack quickly. So again, we need to continue doing that, and hopefully we'll continue giving us success.
How important is it to up and down the lineup, just being hard to play against the physicality? It seems like team-wide there's been a little bit of a surliness the last couple of games that this team has when it's at its best.
Yeah, it's real important. I think our biggest asset has always been when we have all 20 guys going, every line coming at you wave after wave. That's always been our biggest asset to give us success, and you saw that here today. So, we've never won by depending on one guy or two guys or even 10 guys. We depend on everyone here to be, pulling in the same direction at the same time, and again, that's what we're going to need if we want to have, if we want to get the right result moving forward.
What's brought that out, you think, in the last couple of games? Is it just sort of the desperation of the situation? Is did you guys have a sort of chat about that, or like what kind of happened?
Well, I think mostly it's just that the desperation of the situation, and it's a situation that we put ourselves in, and we realized that that's one of the things that needed to get better if we wanted to turn things around. So we got to continue being desperate, and like I said, it's going to take everyone.
Obviously, the final score leaves you disappointed. Beyond that, as far as how you felt, how would you assess your day?
Tough start, obviously not the start I was looking for or the team in this game. First period was just tough timing-wise, and I felt better as the game moved on. Pretty challenging game, I think, for 2 periods, and then we played really well in the third. It was a good test for me, obviously, but if you take away that first period, I felt pretty solid.
When you're on the ice, you see the way that puck went in less than 2 minutes into the game, and then you see it's overturned in Toronto. What are your thoughts?
I was 100% sure it was not a goal, so I kind of stayed confident and calm, but when they called it a goal, obviously they kind of set the tone for the first period. It was really tough. I'm not sure what the right call was, but in my head, when I saw it happen, I was pretty convinced it was not going to be a goal. So obviously not the start I was looking for, and it was a battle from the get-go. It was fun to be out there, but I clearly wanted a different result. And when you come back like this, you're looking for a good start and to build on this game. And like I said, the second half of the game, I felt more in control. Kind of what I expected, but it was just the way the game was played. The first half was a lot tougher than the second half.
So as you move toward your next game, what will you take from this? What was good and what was not so good for you?
Well, you learn a lot from each game, especially like this when you come back, and I'm going to analyze it today and see what I did well and what I need to improve on. But having 2 team practices in 8 months, or 8 weeks, obviously it was a little challenging the first period, but again, I got more and more comfortable, and that's something that I'm feel confident about. That next game is going to feel even better.
I know it might be a hypothetical, but would the Lucic second goal be a goal that, if your timing was right and had been playing constantly, you would have stopped?
Yeah, I think a couple of the goals, you just make a different move or different decision when you play, when you're in the zone and you feel comfortable. Now you're kind of analyzing your game a little too much during the game instead of just play. And again, when you get over the hump there in the second half of the game, and even in the second period, I felt a lot better. And so it's coming. I'm going to do whatever I can here and to get where I need to be as fast as I can.
With that said, Henrik, how many games do you think you need down the remaining games here to get to the
I hope next game's going to feel even better, and the game after that, I try to build something and confidence-wise, but also the way I feel out there. I don't know. I'll just take it day by day here and work on my game.
You talk, when you're coming back, it's the little details that you have to get smooth. What's the biggest thing when you're first out there that doesn't feel comfortable to you?
Well, it's just decision making. It's all about how I move and read the situations, and the first half of the game felt really fast, so I try to be in the right place and make the right decision, but a couple of times I did not. So, but it felt good to be back out there and kind of start working on my game, even though I've been skating for 6 weeks or something. Like I said, 2 team skates. So this is definitely going to help me.
Did you get a piece of Marchand right before Nash's goal when you came in?
Said Marchand, I thought that was an Eriksson.
Eriksson was
Yeah.
Nash,
I don't know if it touched my pad or not. It was just, I don't know. I have to look at it. But again, the first half was kind of challenging, but it was a good test for me to kind of see where my game is right now and try to build it every day, every game, and try to push it in the right direction.
Okay. Thank you.